Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Side of Sauce podcast, a podcast that is famous for being consistently inconsistent. But you know what? We're back here today. We're back on our groove. And, of course, as always, I'm joined by some special guests. I'm your host, James, and I'm going to let my co-hosts allow them to introduce themselves.
Oh, he called us co-hosts.
Yeah,
Well,
you can
I'm
be
gonna
co-hosts.
start. Yeah, my name is.
Damn, he really just promoted us.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
he
get a
promoted us
promotion.
on the spot. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Hello everybody. I'm Nuki, but people will probably call me Gabe for the, remainder of this podcast episode. So
Of
I'm
course.
I
Gabe.
mean, you really want us to not call you by your name.
I mean, I can call you handsome, devilish, and maybe even a little cute.
I was gonna call him Tardy because he's so freaking late to the call, but
No, that works
Well.
better. I like that better.
This
Hey,
is
look,
Johnny,
man.
back again.
And we do have
I
someone
haven't
new.
spoken yet, but I'm Xavier.
There he goes.
I'm not new. I was there for the Arceus episode.
Yeah. But I'm letting the people know. You were just being very quiet, and I was like, is he gonna do his thing? All right.
I have
So-
done my thing.
We have some topics lined up. It has been quite some time, so we do have a lot to talk about. And I think the first thing to throw out there and to get off our chest immediately, right off the bat, is the Batman just came out. Who all here in this call has seen it?
I have.
I've seen it twice.
Xavier, have you seen it?
I have not seen it once, but
Okay,
it's
okay.
been recommended to me. I'm just poor.
It is the best movie I've seen this year.
Okay. Yeah, let's not spoil it for Xavier because
The
he
year
hasn't
just
seen
started.
All right,
but-
so I guess we gotta switch conversation topics.
it. No,
Goodness.
we're still gonna talk about it. We just can't spoil it. You can talk about something, not spoil it.
Okay, then I've got something.
I've heard a lot of
I got a
people
lot of
are
things to say. but
like
I'm gonna try to-
jokingly inspired.
Yeah. The Batman, I think, just like Johnny said, is
A
so
lot of
far
people
the
are-
best movie
Yeah.
of the year so far.
I like it more than Suicide Squad, even honestly.
That's my debate.
Suicide Squad is good.
That's my debate I've had for the longest time since I've seen that movie. I don't know if I like it better than the Suicide Squad, but I love it so much. I love both of them so much. They're both really good to me.
Well, one thing that's crazy is the Batman's the highest-grossing film since COVID started, excluding No Way Home.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It cost globally in the first weekend. It was like 610 million. In like half of that was just the U.S. alone, and it's done so well. They've literally canceled the plans for some other shows, and they've all changed them to be directly tied into this. So instead of having a Gotham Police Department show, it's straight up just Arkham City now.
Yeah.
Like they've literally rewritten shit just for it to include that.
Wait,
And there's a sequel already promised. There is a Penguin show coming. It is so hot.
It is. It does
Wait.
sound really cool.
So what's going on?
So there was there was a series, a TV show planned for HBO Max. It was gonna focus on the Gotham City Police Department, but because of the
Right.
success of the Batman, they said, fuck that. It's now gonna be Arkham Asylum. We're focusing on
Yep.
Arkham Asylum and all the characters in there.
They also have a Penguin show, a sequel coming,
Right,
and I believe
so-
another something.
What you saying, Xavier?
So I've heard a lot of good things about it, and honestly, I wasn't gonna see it because I was like, man, I'm not really cool with the whole younger Batman.
He's not even
side,
young
like,
though.
after
He
having-
looks pretty. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Sorry,
In the trailers, he looked like he was like 20, 25.
He is a younger Batman. This is only
I don't
his
know.
second year as Batman in the timeline of the film. It's only year 2 for him.
Oh wait.
I do
So
really
yeah,
like
I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. I was worried it was gonna be like a younger, like teen edge kind of show or like movie,
Oh,
the same way they tried
yeah,
to do
'cause-
with the Teen Titans.
no, Teen Titans.
And the
The
Teen
Titans.
Titans is not good.
Titans,
It's
the
so
TV
bad.
show on HBO Max, garbage, dookie. That show's bad. I watched only the first
Nah.
season.
Honestly, this is more dark than like most of the Bat movies. I think honestly,
I
the
think-
only exception might be the one with the Joker. What was his name?
Oh, just Joker.
No, not just the movie Joker.
Walking Phoenix.
No, Walking Phoenix. No.
Are
Not,
talking about Arkham?
not Jared Leto. Who was the?
Uh,
God. he passed away.
Heath Ledger.
Heath
Heath
Ledger.
Ledger. Thank you. Yes, yeah. That might be the only exception for edgier than this movie, but even that's.
That's the
It's just.
that's the thing too, is when you watch this movie and you're thinking about how good it is, it's kind of hard not to compare it to The Dark Knight. Unfortunately,
I like it more, honestly.
I do think I like it more. I know Scully has a differing opinion, but
It's not actually edgy. It's just intense. Like genuinely, when I saw it, I thought it was R-rated till someone at the end of the movie was like, "Nah, this is PG-13." I was like, "Dude, are you kidding me?" Like,
yeah,
'cause it was just so intense and just.
that final act
Man,
made me
it's-
sweat so much. I don't know if it was because there was so many people in the theater or if I was like so like while watching it, you know.
The other thing is, it is long.
So,
It's like
I do
3 hours
know-
long.
You do know.
I do know Sueco, the music artist, is he plays the Riddler, which I think is kind of funny to me. I like Sueco. He makes good music.
I don't think I've listened
Oh,
to Sueco.
It's funny because he just looks like a dude in the movie.
But
No, he looks great. He looks like Michael Reeves from YouTube. The guy that's like kind of lost his
okay,
track
so
of
I've
what he's
seen
doing.
You
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of memes about the Riddler's costume, where it's like Redditors or like 4chan users finally have their Black Panther, basically,
They do.
which I find absolutely hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
Which I mean, it is true. They finally have it.
No. They've had the Blob for years.
Wow.
The Blob.
That's a low blow.
Yeah.
It's the Discord mod Black Panther.
All right, kitten, thick him.
Kitten. Did you
I
call her
won't lie,
kitten?
the costume for the Riddler,
Is
the costume
awesome.
for the Riddler seems like a lot of those, like, I don't know if you guys had them, but those weird kids who are really, really into World War II and buy gas masks and leather, or like
Yeah.
that weird
Yeah.
material
Oh,
trench
no.
coat.
I mean,
Nah, I'm just kidding.
it's more like honestly reminded me crazy amount of the Zodiac Killer because he's got the mask.
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah,
they
no,
were
and
going
like that. And it's pretty. Honestly, it's pretty. It makes it way creepier. I thought
for. I don't know if
because
you
it made it
guys-
feel way realer.
I don't know if you guys seen this movie. It's called The Zodiac. It came out in
Yeah.
I think 2008 with it does Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, and a bunch of other. It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, Jake Gyllen. I don't know how to say his last name.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, you
whoever
were
Taylor
close.
Swift's ex-boyfriend is, like that guy, the guy who plays Mysterio.
Which one?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. You had it right.
Oh, I did. Okay, my bad.
Is it
yeah.
Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been informed it's Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal. But yeah, I think that movie, specifically Zodiac, inspired a lot of what we see in the Batman, at least.
Well, I don't mean to be a smartass, but you do know that movie's based off the Zodiac Killer. Like that's what inspired the whole Zodiac, not just the movie.
I'm talking about the movie because the movie itself.
He was talking about the Batman.
Zodiac. Oh my gosh. I remember seeing the trailers for that movie like
It's good.
Is pretty good.
years ago. You said it came out in 2008?
I think it was 2008. I could be wrong.
Something like that. It'll creep you out, man. It's pretty good. It's not like a thriller. It's more like it's not a documentary either. It's slightly altered every now. There's some things that are changed from reality, but it fucks you up because you constantly think, oh, that's who it is. Oh, that's who it is. And
Mhm.
truth of the matter is, yeah, they got no fucking clue to this day,
It's the same way the thing fucked me up the first time I watched it.
bruh.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that is one of my
Alright,
favorite experiences
so-
of like, watching a movie too. Is just having my mind being fucked watching
So
that movie.
I've seen and heard a lot of things about the Riddler in this movie. A couple things, like I've heard if you are justice, do not lie. Something your blind eye, right?
Yeah.
So it feels like this is a very Dark Knight-esque villain or like villain persona,
Yeah,
Which-
it is.
was great. But looking back at the source material for the Riddler, I do feel like it's a little odd because the Riddler has never been. I don't know if he has any kills or whatnot in this movie. I would assume he does, but the Riddler has never been like he's a burglar. He's one of the burglar type villains in the
He's
Batman
a serial
series.
killer.
But
You
He's
have
a-
murderers.
But he has also killed people.
Really?
He has killed people in the
Well, he's
comics.
definitely killed. He's more. He's a somewhat of a serial killer. I think that's been more retconned in the past 2 decades. But he's somewhat of a serial killer. That's how most of the Batman villains have become now. Because that's like the typical. When people think of a scary guy, they think of serial killer. So that's why a lot of like movies make their villains into serial killers now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
he's not like also.
I
Yeah,
know.
like
also
for
in
example,
the movie, what are you saying, Xavier?
I was gonna say, like, for example, you have villains like Two-Face, the trademark flip a coin, one side you die, one side you don't. That's a serial
Mhm.
killer trait. The Joker cannot be defined as a serial killer because he does not have a favored method, right?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't define a
who
serial
else could
killer.
you
They can
list?
change their modus operandi. Okay, listen. If you're talking about like the textbook serial killer, no. But if you're talking about a real actual serial killer, absolutely they change. The Zodiac, for Christ's sake, he used knives and he used guns at different points. He totally changed it up. The Joker could be defined. I don't think you would define him as a serial killer.
His topic. Well, the Zodiac. The difference between the Zodiac and the Joker is, even though the Zodiac doesn't have a defined method, the Zodiac had a defined target. He would serialize, as in, all right, the Zodiac sign above us right now is Virgo. Guess I'm gonna go fuck up Virgo shit.
I don't think that's actually accurate. A lot of his victims were. It wasn't based on their thing. No, the Zodiac. In fact, I mean, there is a theory that it was Arthur Lee Allen or whatever, Alan Starr, if you want to call him that. That was his alias he went by for a while because or an alias, but that was what he was given when he during the investigation because they weren't trying to basically fucking not blackmail, but dox this man's. But that was what he was called in the original book. Anyways, this is the Zodiac speaking, and no, he didn't do that. But in that theory, he's actually basing it off the watch company,
I think-
Zodiac.
I think with the definition of the Zodiac, not the Zodiac, definition of a serial killer, you could call the Joker as a serial killer. It's defined, what Google says, a person who commits a series of murders, often with no apparent motive, or typically following characteristic, might have a predictable behavior pattern.
No, that is somewhat accurate. A true serial killer is someone that kills on multiple occasions.
Joker doesn't care who you are; he'll just kill you,
But
just for the fun.
the common thing would be that there is a cool off period or a break between them. So like, say if it was me or whatever, I'm gonna go, like, and say I'm a serial killer. I'm a serial, like, I don't know, pizza eater. So like, I go and I eat my pizza, and then on another occasion I eat my pizza. As opposed to a spree eater would just be eating my pizza just like all the time is till I get in trouble for eating and die from eating pizza or something. Not the best analogy, but you get my point. So I mean, I wouldn't say the Joker would. I would agree with Xavier. Actually, he's not a serial killer.
Just want to point out that, Johnny, why would you change the analogy to being pizza? It's a little sus, dude. We know
Because
you're not
I'm
a murderer, so why would you change the analogy,
Fair
huh, buddy?
enough.
Well,
You
what's wrong
said I'm not
there?
a murderer, bro.
What are
Come
you
on.
doing?
What am I doing? Killing people. Duh.
What's up? No, I'm just kidding.
Serial killer say what? What? He's a serial killer.
We got him! Convict him! We got him, boys.
Got him, we got
Lock
him.
up.
That's how they catch the Zodiac after all these years. Zodiac say what? What? It's like some random dude who wasn't even alive then.
Shit.
Who's that fucking actor that everyone thinks is the
Hogan
Zodiac
Skeleton
killer?
chatters out what?
Who's that actor that everyone thinks is the Zodiac killer?
It's not an actor. It's a Republican. Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. I don't know.
Even though he wasn't alive then, but I love that so much.
I don't know why. My mind.
It's gotta be because he's Republican. There's no other reason for him to be that.
I don't know why. I think it's because I recently watched Willy's Wonderland again. I think my mind popped to Nicolas Cage being that person.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, honestly, if Nicolas Cage was a serial killer, it wouldn't surprise me too much. Like, actually, when I'm being sarcastic, like, but he's a weird ass dude.
He's a weird dude.
Have you seen that movie that's coming out about him? Where he
No.
plays himself?
No.
There's a movie coming
about
out
to say-
where Nicolas Cage
It-
plays
It's
himself.
literally a movie.
I think that's gonna be a funny movie.
It does look funny. It's got Pedro Pascal.
It's literally a movie.
All Nicolas Cage movies
Dang it.
have some
Alright, I
comedy
guess I'll go.
gold to them. There's some comedy gold to them.
Yeah, I like Nicolas Cage honestly, and the National Treasure because I grew up with those movies. But I gotta be honest, I'm not a big fan of Nicolas Cage. Like he's alright,
He's
but-
just a weird dude.
he's just not my favorite actor. Like there's plenty of actors I like more. Like honestly, what's his name? Frick, who is it? Like
don't know, who is
Denzel
it?
Washington, bro.
take.
I'll watch Denzel Washington in any
Nicholas
movie.
Cage. Oh dang it!
What's your hot
Like
take?
I don't care what Denzel Washington.
Hot take. Hot take. Nicholas Cage's first Ghost Rider movie is not that bad.
I haven't actually seen that. I didn't even know he was in Ghost
I don't
Rider.
know
What?
about that, dude.
That's a
I've
pretty
seen
bad
it.
movie.
That's a pretty bad movie.
The first
I didn't even know
one.
he was in Ghost Rider.
I
What?
think the first
Yeah,
one's
he played-
pretty okay. The first one's okay. The second one's terrible. I
Listen,
won't deny you that. The first one's
say
pretty good though. I
say
like
that the
it.
first
I like
Ghost
it.
Rider is okay. I don't know.
Hot take. I think you're wrong. Those movies looked pretty bad. I just looked up pictures. I ain't gonna lie, bro. No, I'm sorry.
That scene where he's turning into Ghost Rider and he's like cackling to himself as he's like burning alive too and transforming into this skeleton. It's hilarious. It's fucking goofy. I would no.
But it's accurate to the source material.
Listen. There's a lot of things accurate to a lot of source material. This shit's fucking lame.
Some things fit in books and comics that don't fit in movies.
That was cold.
That was just mean. That was
Listen.
unnecessary.
I'm trying to think of
I
like
like the first one though.
I'm trying to think of like a good example too from like recent
Oh.
history.
By all means, bro, you can like things that are bad or
Think
good
of
or think
a-
they're good. Like, dude, I freaking like what's that show, American Horror Story, and I know that show is literally ass, like straight up, show's shit. But I love
Listen.
it. Like, I don't know why.
You just have I get it.
I
People
sat
like things
for like
that are
3
bad.
hours.
People have their reasons.
I sat
liking
for 3 hours and got sucked into American Horror Story.
Listen, I know y'all are gonna hate me for
I can
this.
tell you more seasons that I dislike in the show than I do like, and yet I still like the show.
American Horror Story.
Yeah, there's more seasons I hate than I actually fucking like.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that
There's
bad.
a lot of cringe,
I mean,
bro.
it's a little silly. It's not always scary. Yeah, it's pretty cringy, but it's not. It's not
Well, that's what I'm saying.
bad.
That's what I'm saying. I
At a
like
point,
it.
I feel.
I genuinely enjoy it. Like I watched that show. I've watched that show more than any other show that I can think of. Honestly, I love that show. But I'm saying it's like it's corny and cheesy. Like I watched the first season of Riverdale, and for some reason I fucking liked it. Like hell, man, I know it's cheesy, but like, and it's not very good quality, but like, I can still like it.
Riverdale is on another level. Riverdale just like the plot.
I could.
The plot changes.
Okay, listen.
Every episode, they just throw something at the wall, and it changes the course of history in that show for like an entire 2 episodes, and then they do it again, and it's crazy.
I watched some of the second season, and I literally was like, straight up, this is like, I couldn't, man. I quit.
I
I think it was the second they got the fucking street race. I was like, this shit's garbage. Yeah.
I watched the
turned
first
it
season.
off.
I watched the second.
First season's
season.
good.
I watched the second season. I was like, this is bad, but I kind of want to know where this goes. And then I watched the third season, and I could feel my brain rotting. So I stopped. to
Okay,
save
question.
myself.
Have you seen any of the seasons of 13 Reasons Why?
No,
'Cause
no, I'm not gonna subject myself to that.
first season's bad.
Listen,
I
Heard
literally,
people like the first season.
listen, I would not.
I don't.
I get that some people don't like themselves, but I would not subject myself to that, even if I didn't like myself. You know.
I watched it with my ex-girlfriend, and like, I enjoyed the first season at the time because one, I was like 16 or 17, so like, you know, I was stupid enough to think it was good. But pretty quickly, I was like, actually, this is kind of stupid.
Uh-huh.
It was because I read like a synopsis of the book, and I was like, "Yo, this is kind of fucked." Like, and I went back and I
yeah.
like saw some stuff for the show, and I was like, "This is bad." And everything else I've heard about the second and third and fourth and fifth or whatever seasons,
Mhm.
literally, my God, I would
No.
rather watch.
All right, so I have a question about 13 Reasons Why. How are you gonna have more seasons after the first season is
That's-
purely meant to resolve the suicide? Like
That's
she dead. How's she gonna
The
die?
whole
4 or 5
point
more
of the
times?
series is literally that like the kid looks like, so you know, it's the whole drama, which, you know, she's guilt tripping everyone. Okay, fine, whatever. But the whole point of the book and stuff is that it ends with him realizing his other friend is really depressed and emotionally unstable, and he reaches out to that person, and the book ends with him reaching out and trying to befriend that person. And it's like, oh, you know, like, it might be corny, but at least that's a positive message. At least that part's okay. That makes sense. Like, and the show sort of ended like that in the first season, but then the second season picks up and it's like, hey, fuck you. This show's ass. Let me show you why.
Yo, yeah, for real though.
I literally would rather watch anything than that.
Like, I don't even understand how you could write something for a second season of that, let alone a third and then fourth season afterwards.
Oh no, listen. So what they did for at least in the first few episodes, is like the first 2 episodes. 'Cause I literally told Max, I was like, I'm not watching this again. I will never watch this again. Like I was like, fuck this shit. But no. So they bring the character back by having the one main character be like, basically he's tripping balls the entire time. He's constantly seeing her like quote unquote ghosts or like visions of her the entire show, which is like, that's not how mental illness works. You don't just start hallucinating vividly and have these people interact with the real world, my guy. Like, it's just like, oh god, it was okay. I'll tell you what. The only show I would watch 13 Reasons Why before I'd watch Euphoria.
I don't know. Euphoria doesn't seem that bad.
I would only watch.
So
I would
Listen,
only watch Euphoria
watched it in
if
the
I was
background.
astronomically down bad.
It is so shit. I've watched it in the background several times, and like, because fucking, I won't watch that shit. Like, and I will openly clown on the show in front of everyone, even though they're like, the show genuinely, objectively is bad, subjectively is amoral and fucking stupid. It's so cringy. Like,
I
God.
can't. I've never. The only thing I know about the show is Zendaya's a lesbian and she does drugs with some other lesbians and some dudes.
Imagine if you wanted to portray drug addiction and whatever in like a really confusing, irrational way. It's like 13 Reasons Why. They portray mental illness in such a shitty way, it makes no fucking sense. It's like, yeah, that's kind of, you know, like, and 13 Reasons Why, the first season, she literally, like, caused some of the issues. And, like, there's some fucked up shit that happens. And, like, she causes some of these issues. And, like, she won't do anything to resolve them. And, like, at one point she goes to a school counselor, and the counselor's like, what can I do to help? And she's like, I can't talk about it. I won't talk about it. And then she goes home and, you know, freaking blows herself up, basically, you know, dies. Like, it's like, literally, the dude just, like, I cannot legally do anything if you won't tell me what's going on. And it's portrayed as if she's the victim. They're like, nah, bro, like, but God, Euphoria is the same way. It's like they create problems and they portray. Oh God, it's bad, man.
Yeah.
I could rant all day about it. I'm sorry.
I just can't comment because I've never seen it. I just don't know anything about it.
Okay, my reply to that is, James, have you ever seen the entire first season of what's that show? God, what's Cocomelon? No. Can you say it's pretty ass though?
I guess I could.
Yeah, I've only seen clips of Cocomelon, and I know that shit's ass. Like, come on,
pretty good analogy there, Johnny.
you don't have to watch.
Johnny, have you watched Coco
I
Melon?
mean, I think I have a lot of unresolved hate for Cocomelon.
Listen,
What
bro,
did Coco Melon do to you? What did he do?
cringe the fuck out of me.
It's...
You ever babysit and the kid's watching Cocomelon and you're
Why
like,
did
okay,
you
I'll just watch it with the
actively
kid.
choose to watch?
Because I was babysitting. And listen,
That
bro,
explains it.
it was straight torture. I was like, yo, like, at least without, like, and I've gone back and seen some of the shows I watched as a kid. Some of them are bad, but there are some that are decent enough, you know, like, they're all fine or whatever. Like, hell, man, like, SpongeBob's, for all its flaws, like, at least it's just a freaking show that's like, you know, it's kind of funny and it's
SpongeBob
humorful.
is funny.
Cocomelon, nah, bro. It's like, what if we took the worst parts of computer animation, like this terrifying stuff that those random people in foreign countries would make on YouTube and put on YouTube Kids for people to watch for hours on end? What if you looped a bunch of that shit, but made it way worse and made everyone look like they're freaking bosses from Doom Eternal?
Okay.
Like, straight up, the baby looks like a demon, bro. Come on.
Yeah, it does. You know what this
Terrifying.
reminds me of? This reminds me of like my parents when I was a baby and I would watch Teletubbies and they would flip the fuck out about it. This is what it reminds me of right here.
Okay, listen, Teletubbies is bad. Like, it's objectively bad and all, but, like, at least it's not that bad. It's not as bad as Cocomelon.
I don't know, because like Teletubbies.
At least Teletubbies
Traumatizing.
have consistent lore. Okay, listen, the lore is deep in Teletubbies.
The Teletubbies lore. Can you
The non-verbal narrative that is told is spectacular.
Can you explain the Teletubbies lore to us in great detail, Johnny?
Yes. So there's like what 5 Teletubbies, and they live in this
I think there's 4.
freaking like. They live like in Bag End essentially. Like imagine Bilbo's house. They're squatting in Bilbo's house,
Yeah.
more or less, and. Yeah, they just do shit like. Oh my god.
What? Bag End?
They are.
Did
You
you
tell me
say
they're not living in
squatting?
Bag End. Yeah, tell me they're not squatting
Are you
Bag End.
bringing
Tell
up
me they're not.
squatting rights and squatting laws in a show about friggin' Teletubbies?
About a character named Tinky Winky going ooh ooh gaga
What is-
sussy.
Wait, hold on. We're talking about Laura Teletubbies here. We're asking the wrong questions. What is the overall purpose for that show? Like,
I
what
was
is
about to say, it's a discussion of mental
Listen.
illness. Listen, each Teletubby represents a different mental illness, and it's supposed
Yo.
to discuss our society and how it's flawed.
Yo, Johnny's kind
Get
of
him set
spitting
on
right
this-
now.
Terrified of your thoughts.
I can't even.
Terrified of your
Yo,
thoughts.
wait. Hold up. We got the lean Teletubby, purple. We got a
Okay.
yellow one and a red one. a
The
green
yellow one is absolutely dehydrated summer camp pee.
Yeah, okay. I can agree with that. We got
The,
lean.
the pink isn't that pink one?
No, there's a purple and a red one, a green one, and a yellow one, I think. Hold up. I gotta pull this
Look
up.
this up. Yes. Oh, no, it's a pink. I was gonna say there's a pink
Lean?
one.
There's
If
a
the pink
lean
one's
Teletubby.
yeah, it's purple. He literally sips lean. Yo, what do you think that?
love
Yo, remember the tubby custard they drink? That's lean. Straight up.
Yo! It was!
Do you remember
Teletubbies. The Teletubbies are the lean monster.
Yo!
They run
They
around. They're
literally-
like,
Teletubbies
you have any
are promoting
spray?
drugs
you have
to
cough
kids.
syrup. I love lean.
it's a better drugstore
Do you have
still
any
than
Jolly
Euphoria.
Yo, I can't believe Teletubbies was Euphoria before Euphoria.
Yeah, still the better store than Euphoria. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so there's a green one, there's a purple one, there's a yellow one, there's a red one.
The reason
We have the purple
the
one.
reason that they couldn't speak was because they were afraid they would have the lean monster voice. I
No.
love lean.
No, they were suppressed in their society. They were minorities, the Teletubbies.
What
the
the
sun
fuck
oppressed
even
them.
are they? They look like these weird monkey abominations. What?
So imagine
Lean monsters.
this is what happens if you drink too much lean. It's a warning to kids.
So
You turn to
we got the lean-
the lean monster. The Teletubbies are the lean monster.
we have lean purple monster. We got the yellow dehydrated piss monster.
Hey, I don't
It's just
I
the
don't
different colors of the Jolly
mean
Ranchers.
to interrupt or anything, but didn't we have like a podcast like agenda?
Oh shit.
We've been off track for like since the podcast started. We have said nothing about Batman for 15 minutes.
Okay, well, question:
Listen.
of
this is
all the
important.
Teletubbies, which would make the best villain for Batman?
Wrong button.
Yeah, honestly, could
which
you
tele-
imagine Robert
which-
Pattinson dressed as Batman going against lean Teletubbies?
Oh, they got the
Batman,
perks, bro.
What will you do to stop my widespread lean control?
Penguin.
I love lean.
Penguin, where did you hide the lean, Penguin? Where are the Teletubbies hiding it, Penguin?
You'll never find it, Batman.
Give me the lean. I need the lean. Yo, remember that adrenaline he shoots
The
himself up
Batman
in
who
the movie?
laughs
Oh,
is
yeah,
more like
the-
the Batman who
That's
leans.
lean.
Wait.
That's lean.
That's lean. I was gonna give
Really?
it. I was gonna
Batman
give
uses
it
lean in the movie.
I was gonna give what it actually was, and then you're like, oh, it's lean.
It's adrenaline. Yeah, it's like adrenaline, right?
No, so what? It's a. Okay, I guess kind of. No, it's not.
Adrenaline.
It's what's called. It's called Venom in the comics. It's what Bane uses
Oh,
to
okay.
get stronger. It's what.
Oh.
So essentially, yeah, it's lean, but. It's called Venom.
The Joker
Adrenaline.
literally. The Joker used to have a white suit. He just spilled so much lean on it. It just changed to purple.
Lean Joker.
I love lean, Batman.
Alright.
Oh boy.
I think we've gone on about the stupid fucking Teletubbies thing for 20 minutes.
Okay, can we agree it's better than Cocomelon and Euphoria though?
Okay, back around to what we were agreeing. I guess we can agree that Teletubbies is now officially better than both Cocomelon and Euphoria. As we can now
This
agree.
is what I live. This is the content people come here
This
for,
is
man. I'm
what we-
telling you.
This is what we need.
This episode will blow up when they see the truth and they go back to watch the Teletubbies. Man, they're gonna be like,
This is what FBI is gonna be broadcasting. They're gonna be like,
Okay, question.
"Yo, shit, they're right." What's your
who
question?
would you cast for the 4 Teletubbies if you were to do a remade like R-rated version of it?
Walter White is the purple one.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Jared Leto is the red one. Nicolas Cage can be the green one.
Why?
Jack Black.
Jack Black is the yellow one, and that's your new Teletubbies cast.
And they're the same except they don't have their hats on so you can see their faces.
They're the exact same.
Hold on, I want to create a cast for this.
Okay, wait. The son would actually be Samuel L. Jackson. That's what the son would be.
The son would tell him to
Wake up,
what's that book-
motherfuckers.
That book that Samuel Jackson wrote.
Yes.
He's like, go the fuck.
Go the fuck to sleep?
That's-
Okay, listen. The vacuum cleaner that would be played by my ex-wife because she's a hoe and sucks everything.
Johnny, I think you have some unresolved trauma there. Do you need to talk about it, buddy?
No. I can't disclose the court
I don't know
settlement.
if a podcast is the place to do it. Yeah, I don't know if a podcast is the place to do it, but like we're here, bro.
Oh my god, what even were we supposed to talk about? I have to go
We were
back
talking
and look
about
at.
games and movies.
Oh
I'll
shit!
pull it up.
I have to go back
We were
and
supposed
look
to
at my
touch on
notes.
Warhammer. I know that.
There was Warhammer. There's always Warhammer. We always talk about Warhammer. We have it's an obligatory segment that we at least have to have. Let me.
So, do you guys want to reveal the fact that I beat Johnny and James in my first play
Yeah, that's.
without even owning the figures?
You know what? Yeah, we can talk about Warhammer for a bit. So yeah, Xavier, we all played a Warhammer game together. This was before the new Tau Codex came out, by the way.
We were playing Kill Team.
Yeah, we were playing Kill Team.
It was like an amalgamation of Kill Team and 40k. It
Yeah.
was like this weird mix.
Yeah, we were kind of like just kind of doing what we thought was right. And
Yeah.
this boy, I got bullied for the entire match. I won't lie. I got my cheeks handed to me on a silver platter, and it was nice and steamy.
We
This boy,
kind of like backed you into a corner.
you really did. Like, I played that game really bad.
It's so funny because he was using my models and he was playing against James, who had played or who knew a fair amount about it. I don't know how much he'd played, but I had played a fair amount of like 40k and stuff. But nah, this man literally didn't even know what it was. Almost, he comes in, he's like, "Oh, let me play with you guys." Cool. He comes over to my house and he kicks her ass the entire fucking game with my models. I was like, this piece of shit really came over here and shows pain.
This man.
And I
chose-
made his list. I was like, here, use this list. It's not too overpowered. Nah, bro. This man's literally took it and was like, let me just crush the fucking opponent. It was pretty awesome, honestly.
He was playing Sisters of Battle, right?
Yeah. And they sucked in Kill Team
Yeah.
1.
Did
They
you,
sucked in Kill Team 1 so bad.
did you also play Sisters?
I did. And I had the exact same list he did. And I got my ass
he did.
eaten out. Like, for no fucking reason. This man's literally was just like, let me kill John. It was actually, honestly, it was pretty freaking cool.
Honestly.
It was a fun game.
Speaking of my Warhammer team, I did also just
All
recently,
those years of risk.
I did just recently change the color scheme of my town now. I don't know if I've ever showed
What-
you guys, but I've changed them.
What too?
I've instead of the red and gold, I'm now doing like a purple and yellow scheme. And they look
That sounds cool as
fire.
heck.
And I've
Alright, so on that topic, I decided. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. You're more important.
Oh, thank you. So on that topic, I had decided that night that I was gonna buy Tau for my first Warhammer, which I haven't yet because I'm poor. But I know there's lore implications behind the different paint jobs. I don't care. I decided that night that I was gonna paint them the neon Evangelion purple and
I know
green.
there are some people who get butthurt that you don't go with like an official color scheme,
No,
but like
literally. So you know there's 18 Space Marine chapters. 9 of them fell to chaos, 9 of them were loyal. There's originally 20. In the recent years, they've changed it to just those 2 ones disappeared so they can make mysterious. But you know what the original reason was?
what?
The literal original reason was so that you could make your own custom chaos or loyalist chapter. That's why they left the 2 up to like you. And ever since then, the game is built around. It's so expansive. You totally can make your own neon Evangelion themed. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know what the tower called, but no. The game's literally designed so that you can do that shit. Like, anyone that says you shouldn't build your own custom stuff is like,
I've been building
1,
my own,
wrong,
like, I've
2, lame.
yeah, lame, and also cringe as fuck, honestly.
Honestly, like, literally, the whole point of the game is to build your models how you think looks cool. Like, if someone says, no green on these guys, that's not lore accurate. Like, bruh, you just take them and you slap their ass really hard with a freaking brick.
You slap it really hard with like a nails through a bunch of bats.
No, you just take the empty sprues from your Warhammer miniatures and whack them in the face with it.
Oh, I've stepped on one. That hurts. But I've also, yeah, I think
It do hurt.
One of the fun things too is like if you're into it, I'm into it. Is like
Yeah.
creating lore for your new models.
And also, if you don't like that, if you just want to go with the generic standard built one, bro, why the hell not? What's wrong with that either? Like, people, what is it? Noah always says different, he has some quote he says, but like different whatever's for whatever. But like, yeah, dude,
Like I'm personally thinking
do-
about like when I make my
you do you.
my Adaptus Mechanicus or Skitarii kill team hopefully in a couple months. I'll be making a Skaven Skitarii Adaptus Mechanicus.
That's cool.
Because that's what I've been thinking. Because I finally got the Blood Bowl kit of like that, and I've had this Adaptus Mechanicus kill team just kind of lying around because I haven't used it yet. But I'm thinking about combining them, and I'm thinking about just like if I use a Skaven, like a space Skaven I'm just gonna have them with the Adaptus Mechanicus rule set.
That's cool as heck.
That sounds cool.
Anyone that says that's wrong is objectively wrong. Like,
Yeah.
their balls are tiny.
You have small balls. You're also cringe as fuck, and you have no life.
But like, if you said I just want to paint them, like my Skatari are based off Mars because I literally just like the way the Mars lore works, and like that's just fine. Like, why the fuck? Either way, man. Like, yeah, I think it's so dumb when people try and control that shit. Like, as long as you're not like making like, oh yeah, by the way, this guy's invincible and this guy's invincible too. Like, that's different. You're breaking the rules. But like,
oh yeah, my guy,
do you, man?
my Space Marine, he
can't die.
He has massive feet that he can stomp around the battlefield with.
He's actually a invincible. He's a yeah. Like, nah, that's different. But like, nah, man. Hell yeah, have fun. Whatever you think is fun is the way you should be playing. As long as you and your friends are having fun. Like, where's the bad? Show me where the problem is.
My Space Marine actually has a spell that happens when the only way for me to become uninvincible for you to win the game is for you to give me a big fat kiss on the lips.
Shit, bro, I'm about to lose the game. Or no, my bad. I'm about to win the game. My bad. I misspoke.
I was like, oh, okay.
I misunderstood the joke.
I was like, oh.
Is it today on the Side of Sauce podcast? We're going to be based and red pilled on Warhammer.
Today on the Side of Sauce podcast,
This entire conversation has just been.
We're going to be discussing how to become gay and based in Warhammer.
In the Side of Sauce podcast, we make love to the homies.
Gaste.
Exactly. If you don't make love to the homies, are you really even homies? That's the true question.
Make love
Exactly.
to or with?
Yes.
Both. Why choose?
Understandable.
Why choose when I can have both?
As Tony Stark once said, is it too much to ask for both?
Oh shit.
Have their cake and eat it.
And by cake I mean the homies.
Let me try to jump back into our topics. Woo. So not so
Upcoming
smooth.
Lego sets.
That's what I was gonna go with too. Yeah.
Oh.
Upcoming Lego sets. The ones that also just got released. The Mandalorian helmet set that I just got. Fucking sick as hell.
It looks sick.
I know you could have built one when you already had the whatchamacallit, the Boba Fett one. But you just have but yeah, you just have to swatch pieces. But like you know.
I mean, technically, if you just buy the pieces separately, you can build almost any set. But like, come on, like
also,
that's not necessarily a downside.
One of my favorite new sets that they just released was the Luke Skywalker and in the hallway scene where he's fighting.
Oh, the Dark Trooper dudes.
Yeah, the Dark.
What are they called?
Yeah, those are what they called. They're called the Dark Troopers.
Oh, Dark Troopers. Okay. No, I was thinking the Shadow Troopers. I was like, the old guys were called Shadow Troopers, like the commandos back in the day, or whatever.
That scene, that's a sick as fuck one because it leads to like really cool shots that you can make with just the Lego set.
So James, I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've seen it, but the Lego Sonic the Hedgehog Lego Ideas set.
I have it.
It doesn't look too bad.
I have it.
You have it?
It's in my room. I'm looking at
Nor do you have no money.
I also want to talk about the Lego Ideas Globe. I love that set.
There's a neat one.
I
like the world map one that came out. That was cool.
The world map one is sick. The globe one is
because
really
like you
cool.
could. I really wanted to get it and like put like different make special markers on it for like the different where the like the 7 wonders of the world where each of them stood and have like the capital of America and the capital of like all these different countries and stuff and like make them glow.
That'd be a really cool idea.
Yeah.
I was thinking that'd be really sick. Like I could put one for my home, one for like whatever. Like that'd be so sick.
They have a lot of crazy stuff coming out. I was looking at Walmart just today. You obviously have the Batmobile, which is a Technic set. And I've kind of been getting into the Technic sets a little more.
I want it.
Just because of the stuff that I've been kind of looking at. I really want to get the Batmobile because there's a lot of pieces and it's all mechanical and it's really sick.
If you get it, you gotta let me help. You gotta let me help you build it.
We gotta schedule a night together so we can all just link up and do our Lego sets.
I wanna be there.
Of course.
I'll buy a Lego set. I'll spend God knows how much money. Honestly, okay. So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but as the weeaboo of the podcast. I'll sell myself out like that. The Lego Monkey King, those sets,
Those
even the
are
show.
straight
I
slap.
haven't watched the show like
Those
actually,
sets
but
are
I've
really
seen.
good.
Johnny loves.
I ain't gonna lie. I literally was like,
Dude,
"Oh,
it's
this is
such a cool concept.
It is though. Like they're taking different mythologies and they're making cool characters off it. Like at first I saw it and I was like, oh, they're just trying to make a Ninjago. Like, oh, okay, we choose an Oriental setting and then we just copy. And I was like, that's kind of lazy. Then I watched a little bit of the show and the show's cheesy and kid all, but like it's fun. And I saw the sets and I was like, yo, what the fish is fire?
Can we talk about how Ninjago
Yeah.
was goated?
So the thing is, I'm not sure. We can get to that, but I do want to point out I am a little bit of a mythology buff. I'm not sure what direction they're going with the Monkey King because there's two main mythologies for it, which is Sun Goku or Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong being the original Chinese iteration of the god, but the Japanese have taken on their own version, Sun Goku, which yes is where Goku from Dragon Ball is based. But I'm not sure what direction they're taking it with the Monkey King. If it's Chinese or more Japanese, like the Ninjago sets are.
Yeah.
There's subtle cultural differences and like
I'm
architectural differences.
Pretty sure it seems Chinese, but I think it's kind of non like specified. If is what it feels like to me at least.
Yeah.
Well, they've got some form of kanji, which is a shared language between China and Japan. Kanji is like kanji. There's like two specific ways to write in Japanese. There's kanji and there's katakana. Katakana is like individual letters, while kanji is a whole symbol for one word, very similar to the way Mandarin works.
It's kind of like hieroglyphics in a sense.
Yeah, it's very similar to hieroglyphics.
Or like the concept of hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a little bit of a nerd. Not rant, I guess, but just like.
Bro, have you heard the rest of the topics we talked about, bro? Literally.
We were just talking about mythology a little bit ago when we were talking about the lean Teletubbies.
Facts.
Absolutely, I forgot. The lean Teletubbies are, of course, the greatest of mythological figures.
Modern romance, yeah.
Modern Picasso.
Teletubbies, still a better love story than Twilight.
Oh God, but Team Edward though.
I'm Team Twinkie or Twinkle. What was the Teletubbies' name?
I only remember Tinky Winky.
Winky.
Tinky Winky. That's what it is.
Twinkie.
Team Tinky Winky. I'm trying to think what other Lego. Oh, the Thor's hammer. I remember that one. That one is pretty cool, but it's money. Money is my issue. I love Lego.
Understandable.
But money.
I just bought the little scale, the brick. I just bought the brick built Batmobile. It's pretty hot, honestly.
The little small one in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not in the bag. No, the $30 one. The $30 one, not in the bag.
Okay. Yeah, I
want I want to get the Technic one though.
My other problem my other problem right now is I just need space. I need space in my room to put these things, and I'm running out of it very fast.
My problem is I get stuff and then I end up having to put it in the attic because I only have like a little bit of room because I share this room with Jess. So like I only get so much space, obviously, because like I can only steal so much space. So like. Where do I put all my Legos? They just go in the attic eventually.
I think that's a really interesting part of Lego sets, actually.
What's your interesting?
Because like, there are plenty of Lego sets that are meant to be, shelf worthy. Like for me personally, my shelf worthy sets, ISS, that's a shelf worthy set. My Stranger Things house, that's a shelf worthy set. My lovely fiance got me like one of the last Razor Crests. I couldn't believe that I got a Razor Crest, dude. I was so freaking hyped.
The big one?
Yeah. So like those are like shelf-worthy sets. But what I find is with a lot of the Lego sets that you get, they're what I call box-worthy sets, where you don't even really have to build them by instructions. Sometimes I'll just buy sets, and I know this sounds like blasphemy, but I will buy the sets just to crack open the box and use the Legos to build other stuff that I've been trying to build.
Oh hell yeah!
It's like kit
No,
bash.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing the put the boxes on the shelves thing.
No, I thought you were saying. I thought you were gonna say buy them and never open them. I was gonna. That's Maddie right there.
That's what I was thinking you were gonna go with.
No, I'm all about
So I
active
only
opening and using them in like all practical settings. I'm not really a put it on the shelf kind of person.
And that makes sense. I really liked them as display
my
pieces
only
too.
shelf-worthy set. My only
Yeah.
shelf-worthy set, I could say. Well, I've got three. I've got Vader's.
Helmet.
I've got Vader. I don't know what the set's called. No. Uh, I've got basically the scene where he's waking up from becoming
yeah.
Vader.
Oh yeah.
I've got
That was a cool set.
I've got the scene where Lando is dipped in carbonite, or not Lando. I can't believe I just said that. Han is dipped in carbonite. Forgive my blasphemy. And then I have the Saturn V. I have the Saturn V rocket
That is
ship.
a good set.
It's
Maddie
my
has
favorite
it.
set
It's
of all
so
time.
good. You know what's crazy?
It's
I
really
had
my favorite.
the ISS, but I eventually broke it on accident. I haven't built it yet.
You
Back
broke
yet.
what?
The ISS I had.
Oh no. See, there's a
I
Like, I'm
remember
just
when
like,
you
I might
broke
buy
it.
the
Listen.
ISS.
The saddest story I've ever had for a Lego set, in terms of like it breaking and I just haven't rebuilt it yet. I went to work one day. Okay, I should probably talk about what Lego set it is first. The Jurassic Park Lego set with the giant T-Rex in the gate. I went to work one day. This is when I lived in my old house, so it was a lot smaller. I would frequently keep my cats in my room, because they were just babies and they like to stay in there.
yeah.
And I think it was Sushi that did it. The little fucker. She she got on top of my, she got on top of the drawer, not the drawer. She got on top of it, the shelf that I had it on. And I come home, and it's just shattered everywhere on the floor. And my brother is frantically trying to put it back together. Because he's
At least he was helping.
He was like, "Oh my god." I heard it from
That's nice that he was doing that though.
I felt good because I was like, "Oh, my brother's trying to put it back together." But I was just like, "You fucking asshole. You broke my Lego set." Because at first I thought it was him.
Yeah.
Until he explained to me, no, it was the cat. Which he could
No, it was him.
He could very well be lying to me to this day. But I believe him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would believe my brother, but if my brother told me that, I would totally believe him. Like,
I don't know. I gotta ask.
Even if
my cat first. See what he says.
Bro, I would blame my cat. Like, dude, I would so fucking believe my cats would do that. Like, hell yeah, they would. Like, I know those little assholes. They fucking would. Like,
Jesse would. Jesse would 100%.
she would, and she'd pee on it too.
My old cat.
Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened to all my fucking welding gear?
Oh yeah.
Fucking Jesse climbed in my helmet when I had it in the closet, pissed on all of it. I mean, like all of it.
Oh no.
And then, like, I didn't use it for like a good 6 months. So why would I? Until I came in there and it was like, what is this sticky stuff on my jacket and helmet and gloves and rods and pliers? And I was like, this smells like fermented piss. And I was like, wait a second. I looked on the floor and it was like leaked out. And I was like, because it was in this closet in the part of the house nobody went into.
Reminds you of a certain backpack.
I wanted to kill her. Oh my god, that piece of. We went camping once and we were me, Nuki, and James all had his tent set up, and it was a hiking trip. So like we were setting up our campsite, and I had a bigger.
Wasn't it the four,
yeah.
Wasn't it me, you, Gabe, and also Scully? Wasn't it the four of us?
I don't think Scully wanted to go hiking then.
I thought it was the four. It might have been the three of us.
I'm pretty sure it's just the three because I remember we all slept in the tent. I'm pretty sure Scully said he wouldn't go hiking. But anyways, yeah, we were doing that, and James, it's dark at this point. It's like springish or whatever, so like it gets dark kind of early, and so James steps out to take a leak as you do in the woods, and I hear this weird noise because he's going to the bathroom, and I can hear like it sounds like someone's taking a hose, almost like a very light hose, like a sink, and spraying on like a tarp or something. And I was like, that's the weirdest sound ever. It sounds like sounds like James is peeing on something. And I was like, wait a second, and I knew exactly what was happening.
You thought I was peeing on the
my
tent at first. You went, James, are you peeing on the tent? And I went, no, I walked away. And then you
and
burst
immediately,
it out
as soon as he said that, I knew, and I jumped out of the tent. And my dad had let me use his rucksack, this really cool army one he had gotten. I think he had actually gotten some special things done to it or whatever, like modifications. And it was like really cool army green backpack. And I knew he was. As soon as he said he wasn't on the tent, I bust out. Then I see him just standing there with no light on, peeing his heart away onto my bag. My
That
heart
is the
left my
best
body.
camping story I have ever heard.
Okay, you've heard nothing
That
then.
is such an
Bro,
amazing story.
wait. That's not as good as the time someone peed on his foot.
We were
We
at
could talk about that time Gabe tried climbing a tree outside of the showers, freaking singing "Be a Man," and then fell down and busted his back on
He
the
busted his ass, not
tree
his
stump
back.
below him.
I
Yeah,
forgot
busted
that
his.
story.
No, he fell on the
no,
tree stump, right? Busted his butt and then fell onto the concrete, busting his back as a consequence of falling on the tree
He
stump.
didn't bust
Yeah,
his back.
Or
He busted his
whatever
ass.
route.
That's pretty much the whole
He
story,
busted
right? Like,
everything.
I was climbing the tree because I was being, silly, right? I was being stupid. And
Silly
what I
little
was
baka.
doing was I took my towel, and you know that scene in Mulan where they're singing "Be a Man." She takes the two ribbons with the weights at the end of them, and she swings them around the tree, and she used that to like shimmy her way up the pole.
Oh no.
And I thought this is simple enough. It's simple physics. But I forgot that one element of that has
It's
played
animated,
physicist
and you're not.
is gravity.
That's even better.
That's even better. So what happened was I take the towel, I wrap it around the tree, I shimmy my legs up, and I'm like, great. And then I go to do it again, and I was pretty high up. Like in my first shimmy, I made it up like 6 feet in the air.
You were like,
Right? And I'm up this
you were like
tree.
about 5 or 6 feet up. But that's because you, it wasn't that you shimmied up that high. You were just tall enough to when you pulled your legs up, you were that high.
That's true. That's true. But I was up that high and I shimmied a little bit and I go to loosen the towel so I can slide it up. Simple enough, right?
Oh
And
no.
I don't know what part of my brain turned off in this moment
All of
where
it.
I let go of my towel and I fell backwards instantly. Like I guess I
remember.
thought
You landed on.
I
some,
guess I
like,
thought
tree
my
stump.
legs would have
No, it's because
kept me to the tree.
you didn't wrap your legs around the tree. You had like your legs on the side,
Yeah,
squishing
I was
the
like
tree.
pinching
You gotta
the
wrap
tree.
your
I
legs
couldn't
around the
pinch
tree,
it
as
down.
if-
between your thighs.
Imagine you're trying to make out with the tree. You gotta wrap your legs around it, pull it close, and kiss it. But
remember-
you forgot to wrap your legs around it. You just kissed it,
I remember.
and then your
like,
ass kissed the ground.
At the base of the tree, there was like a root that was like kind of poking upwards. And I remember.
And I
Yes.
fell on
Gabe
it. I
landed on it.
100%
He fell
landed.
directly in his butt / like lower spine landed directly on the root.
100% landed on that.
Yes.
Best day of my life.
We were
It hurt.
genuinely worried that he had
I thought
hurt
he
his
almost
back really
broke his
bad,
back.
or like
I
broken
thought he
Yeah,
it.
was
we were worried
gone.
he broke his spine. We were like, shit, this man's really gonna die on us now. Like,
Yeah, dude, it hurt so bad, man. It was, I mean, it makes sense, like, God, like no
Man,
kidding, it hurt.
it do.
Because I fell on concrete too. That's the other thing is like
Oh,
there was
yeah.
a root sticking up. Because here's the thing is it was about a
The
foot
root-
separation
He hit the root and then fell back.
onto concrete. Yeah, that was fun.
It was bad.
That was.
You
scary.
like
I thought-
you
I thought
laid
you were
there for
dead.
like 2 seconds and then started rolling around and writhing in pain.
Yeah, for those 2 seconds he was still. I was like, he's dead.
We
That
laughed.
man's gone.
We laughed for like 2 seconds, then got really concerned, and then continued to laugh once we realized he was living.
Once he was
That's
alive,
exactly
then, we
how
could,
it happened.
then we could clown him again.
We heard his anguished screams, and we were like, oh, okay, he's good. It's like the scene in Rick and Morty where his legs break or whatever in the first episode. And he's like, and Rick's standing over him, and Morty's crying out in pain or whatever. That's Sanuki right there, laying on the ground crying in pain. We're all standing up. I'm like, oh man, listen, dude,
Oh, jeez.
you gotta remember you gotta think about gravity, man. Like you're gonna fall next time. Like he's on the ground, already fallen, spine destroyed. Literally his brain's bleeding.
God. Why?
Why?
My legs.
Now you sound like Tiny Tim from what is it, Christmas Carol or whatever it is.
But not any Christmas Carol. It's specifically the Muppets Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I didn't fucking watch the Disney one as a kid. I
Dad.
watched the Muppets
Dad,
one.
my legs.
My leg's dead.
I don't know
My leg's
anybody
dead.
who's watched. There's only people who've watched the Muppets Christmas Carol, the 3D animated, really terrifying Christmas Carol,
That's what
or
I was
the
talking about,
Mickey
yeah.
Mouse Christmas
Yeah,
Carol.
the Scrooge.
I
Those
didn't
are
know
the
there was a
only
Mickey Mouse
three
one.
that exist, and you cannot prove it to me.
Okay, so like, there's another one. Speaking of the Muppets, a memory just came flooding into my mind. My dad used to make me on repeat watch this stupid fucking Muppet movie about them being pirates over and over and again. He did that with a
Was it
couple
one of his
movies.
That is
favorites?
not
It
a
was-
stupid
Yar
movie.
har
You
fiddly
take
dee,
that
with
Listen,
back.
luck with
the
a pirate
song-
is
That was
free.
the
Muppets
song where
Treasure Island.
the song
That
where
is
they're
a
like, it's
national treasure.
the song.
That
like,
movie is amazing.
It is a good movie, but I got tired of it when I was a kid. But I watched it recently as an adult. I watched it as an adult recently, and that movie's actually like pretty funny, pretty based. The song where they're like cleaning in they're sweeping
The ship or whatever?
No, not the ship. They're like in the fucking bar because they're like poor, and so they're being held captive by like these two people, and they're like
Oh,
singing to, like-
yeah.
yeah. That song is actually like a banger, and the opening song
It should be-
too.
Is it on Spotify though? That's what I need to know.
That's what I need to know. I actually have not searched, but the opening
Wait,
song,
which opening song?
the
The
opening
song. The one like like the credits and everything, like that
Yeah.
shit
To what
slaps.
movie? To what movie?
the one we were just talking about, Muppets Treasure Planet.
Muppets Pirate. Or you mean Treasure Island, right?
Is that? Yeah, I said Treasure Planet, Treasure Island.
I was really
Let me tell
confused.
you what. Let me tell you what. The Muppets Christmas Carol, like the first song they play in that one's
Slaps.
It does.
It
slap.
goes so hard. Like that show made me
when he's
actually like
like-
Muppets.
When a cold it comes and chills you to the bone. Like that one? Dude.
Slapping so hard, Chris Brown would be proud.
Hold on, I gotta find it now.
Oh, we're
It
back to
should be on
this joke.
Spotify.
We're back to this
We're
joke.
back to the Chris Brown jokes.
What,
It's Scrooge. I'm sending it to you guys right now. It's called Scrooge by the Muppet Cast.
Hold on,
Here comes Mr. Scrooge or whatever.
I gotta look up the Muppets opening song for the fucking.
There you go.
The Pirates.
You're welcome. You're freaking welcome.
Pirate song.
We had to put this in the description now.
Shiver My Timbers. That's what it's called. It's the opening. Hold on,
Bruh.
I gotta send it to the USSR. It's a banger.
Is it on Spotify though?
Hold on, I don't know. I looked it up on YouTube.
It
Listen,
should
bro.
be.
It better fucking be, because if it's not,
I opened up the Instagram and the first thing I see is Sergeant Balls.
what?
What Xavier said.
Ah,
The
that was
first thing I
me.
saw when I looked up to make sure it sent was Sergeant Balls.
He's a man of culture. No one can say he's not cultured.
You're right. No one can say that.
No one can say he's cultured though either.
like like the meme that I sent. You've seen it, so like it.
I will like it. I will give you I'll give you a like for this one. The other one you can keep that dislike. The one for the fucking feet. I hate you. I hope everyone else goes in there and dislikes it. I can't do feet. I don't know
So
what it is.
bad.
You can't do feet. No, but you can be done by feet if you know what I'm saying.
No, stop it. Take that back. You're off the. You're done.
Actually, I bet
You're done.
you could do feet. You could do feet.
I'm
Trust me,
s- I'm
I'll
s-
find a way.
I'm so tired of this conversation. I'm not.
If
I'm
there's
not-
a will,
I'm not
there's a
indulging
way.
it.
I will
I'm
find
not-
that way, brother.
I'm not indulging this conversation. We're moving on.
You're not indulging it. No, you're indulging my feet.
I fucking hate you.
Oh, okay, that's disgusting. That's a little far.
I don't even like feet like that, but I know he hates them, so it makes it all the better.
You're the worst person.
Remember when you said I was nice earlier? Bruh, you were fucking wrong.
Oh my goodness.
You regret saying that. I know you do.
Obi-Wan was a thing. There was a trailer, I guess.
You want me the truth? I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I know it came out. I just haven't seen it.
I haven't seen the trailer yet either.
Oh, you. I've seen the trailer. I watched it like instantly, and as soon as I saw it on my notifications at work.
Good.
Okay, so I haven't seen the trailer, but I have seen what the Inquisitor looks like, and I have to say I'm disappointed.
Listen, here's my hot take. I don't like the Inquisitors. I don't know if that's a hot take.
I don't either, honestly. I feel like they take away from Vader a lot.
So
And they kind of like they feel very retconned.
The Inquisitors.
They feel like the biggest retcon.
The Inquisitors to me are just the Star Wars version of Jesse and James from Pokemon.
They feel like the biggest retcon of all things. Like, I can accept like also things like Ezra being around, even like this or that. But like the Inquisitors, man, they just feel so retconny. Like they clearly weren't there.
This is my theory for Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is going to star a bunch of cameos for the Rebels characters.
Yeah, probably.
Let me say this: I do not like most of
I would hate
characters.
I don't either.
I don't like Ezra. I don't like Sabine.
I do not either.
I don't like the stupid fucking Wookiee character in there. I don't like him.
Okay, I do like Sabine. She is kind of cool.
But it means Darth Maul is gonna be in the show, baby. That's what I'm talking
Duel of
about.
Fates, yeah. They played Duel of Fates like
But
almost.
I just want to go back to the Inquisitor.
Okay, Inquisitor.
The Inquisitor is the same race as those dudes from Utapau.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys remember from episode 3, Obi-Wan interacts with them.
Briefly.
Those dudes look good, right? From episode 3.
Utapau.
Why does the Inquisitor look so bad?
Do you think the Inquisitors are gonna do the same
I'm
things
sorry.
Like
I know.
where they're gonna like use their fucking.
I hate you.
lightsaber,
Please don't remind me of it.
And they're gonna fly
That made
away?
no sense. That was so bad.
There's a lot of complaints going around right now
You got us this time,
about
Ezra.
how
Let me fly away
how
my
the
fucking
characters look in
helicopter
the animated
lightsaber.
shows versus like the live action shows. They're gonna
Okay, but
look
listen,
different.
they've made this race before. I'm gonna show you guys to help you remember.
I think most of the characters they've had for like the animated shows to live action actually look pretty good so far. I really like
I didn't.
Ahsoka looks really good.
People that think Ahsoka looks bad are stupid. Like they're like her head tails aren't as long. Like, bro, this is
head tails aren't as long as they were
like
in the
listen.
show. Shut up.
When she has to wear them now, they're not as long. Oh yeah, because the animated show was so easy. Because obviously gravity didn't fucking exist. Genius, like, and she did a great job. Like the girl they chose, what's her name up? It was great.
And people even who complain about like Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett, like,
wrong.
I don't know. I think he looks good. Like, chill. Sure, he.
I think he looks good.
Yeah, he looks.
I think it's great.
And the reason I think he looks good, I mean, look at Dooku, right? Look at Count Dooku. They stretched his face super far in the animated shows, and they already knew what he was going to look like
in the movies.
In the live action movies.
Man's face really looks like a jerry can in the fucking cartoon. You know it does.
His face looks like Alex the Lion's face.
I mean, they did a pretty good match with Maul. The guy that played Maul, though, in the first movie, he was definitely a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But, Maul was pretty close. Maul's pretty easy to replicate, you know? Kenobi's pretty easy to replicate.
This is not how I meant to send this.
What is that?
What did you send?
I don't know why it's sent like this. It's not a virus, it's a picture. I don't know why.
Peanut butter. Look, it says GIF.
I don't trust
that is peanut butter, my man.
Maybe it'll send correctly this time. This is what I'm talking about, though. This is from episode 3. It's literally the same race as the freaking Inquisitor. These guys, they look good. So why does the Inquisitor look bad?
Is it in Discord? Because I'm looking at Instagram.
Also,
so he looks good. Okay, can you send the picture of the new one? I want to see what he looks like. I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Maybe I don't want to see it, actually. Shit. The way you said that so confidently, you're like, oh, I got you.
Oh, I can show you. Like, oh.
You'll see why I'm angry. This is one of the few times I'm going to be in neckbeard.
Bro, I had to work.
Is that a slur? Is neckbeard a slur?
No, it's not.
If you think
no
about
offense.
It's
no
a slur
offense
if
to
you're
this.
on a different Discord chat, but not this one.
Listen. I was at work and we worked with this new guy. Like, so we have a new guy, and there was another person from another department working with us, and I was like, bro, he kept saying the most neck beard incel shit I could ever hear, and I was like, yo, like, can you? I was like, I was just embarrassed to hear him talk, and I was like, yo, man, like, cause I thought he was a cool guy, and I was like, why does this guy keep not just shutting the fuck up? God, it was so funny.
Why don't you just shut the fuck up?
He had a hot take on everything, but everything was like the most neckbeardy hot take he could make.
Wait,
and he would constantly. You don't know him. He was a random guy at work.
Oh.
And I didn't know him really till. Yeah, what the hell is that? Jesus, that is terrifying. Man's looks like Caillou.
It's not good. It's not good.
But this dude kept like saying stuff like he would bring up topics like, and he'd start talking about them, and it wasn't even that his opinions were always wrong. It was like the way he would bring it up. It was like man, I think my neck beard's growing in. Like, Jesus Christ.
That's not a good thing. That's not something to be proud of.
I know. I wasn't proud. Like my point was he wasn't. Some of the things he said weren't wrong, but like the way he said them, Jesus, it was making me grow a neck beard. It was not good.
Honestly, every time I get like a neck beard, like it starts growing in my neck more predominantly, I start shaving it really fast.
I shaved my neck down. Yeah, well, you're supposed to until your beard grows in all the way. Like
you start to see that your Reddit karma is going up.
Bro, I have like no Reddit karma. Thank God.
You got.
I refuse to go on Reddit.
You start to see your Reddit karma go up. You've got to go shave really quick.
As the one time I went on Reddit, it was for that stupid fucking 50-50 challenge. I will never go on Reddit
Yo,
again.
I just heard about that yesterday, and I can't deny that sounds kind of funny. Like, I do want to try that actually, as bad as that is.
I've seen some of the worst things I've ever seen on that.
Okay, listen, but you remember how edgy I was, so like I think I'm good. I got the vaccine for this.
Yeah.
Who left?
Gabe did. He said, "I'm not."
Gabe had to leave.
He said, "I'm not listening to any of this." But
bruh,
with that
man's really scared.
He really got scared. But I think with that being said, I think we're actually doing pretty good on time. I think we should call it a wrap here, since it is also getting late. But if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to give us a like and make sure to follow all of us. All of our social media is going to be in the description below. And I think I'm gonna make a side of sauce social media too. I'm thinking about it.
That's a good idea. And just remember, half this stupid shit we're saying is a joke. So don't take all this stuff like to heart.
Except the Teletubby part, that was real. That is serious.
Well, the Teletubby lean, yeah, but like you get my point. Just disclaimer.
Yeah, of course.
I love.
We're not neckbeards. We're cringe, but we're not neckbeards.
But yeah.
All of my opinions are valid, though.
Facts. All mine are valid.
You forget you said like the most racist shit earlier, and you're just like.
That'd be terrible.
He forgets that he talked
back
about
and confirm all of it.
Yeah. He forgets he was discrediting like all minority groups and just a bunch of crap, and he's like, oh yeah, I was right. Yeah.
It was me.
That would be something he would. No, that's not.
But if you guys have any questions, suggestions, topics,
and
questions, or anything, just let us know in the comments below. And with that being said, we will see you all next week with a brand new episode. Bye-bye.